Have you ever wondered how much a person in Dubai earns, a sheikh's driver and a janitor who cleans luxury buildings? The difference might surprise you. When we look at images of Dubai, it's easy to believe everyone lives surrounded by wealth, technology and comfort. Skyscrapers that touch the clouds, cars costing millions, artificial islands that seem to have come out of a dream. Everything seems to scream success. But behind this golden glow lies a reality that few people reveal. A city built on contrasts, where the distance between luxury and daily struggle is as great as the desert that surrounds it. Imagine a sheikh's private driver cruising the impeccable avenues in a Rolls-Royce, while a foreign worker walks under the scorching sun to catch the subway to another 12-hour shift. Two worlds coexisting in the same place, separated only by an invisible line, the power of money. And that's exactly the line we're going to cross today. Dubai is known as the beating heart of the Middle East, a symbol of prosperity, modernity and ambition. But what many people forget is that every gleam of luxury has a shadow. Behind the marble facades lie stories of overcoming inequality, ambition and unique opportunities. What makes this place so fascinating is the fact that here dreams and sacrifice go hand in hand. You can see a private jet pilot earning tens of thousands of dollars a month, and on the same day, find a factory worker sending the little he earns to support his family thousands of miles away. This is the true duality of Dubai, the contrast between the top of the pyramid and the base that supports it. While some enjoy penthouses with views of the Burj Khalifa, others share small rooms with strangers, dreaming of a better future. And that's precisely what makes this city so different from anywhere else in the world. Here, success and sacrifice meet at every turn. But the curious thing is that, despite such differences, both sides share something in common: the desire to grow. In Dubai, no one stands still. Whether it's the millionaire executive making decisions in a glass-enclosed room or the delivery driver cycling in 45-degree heat, everyone is, in some way, driven by ambition. This is the invisible force that makes the city go round, the fuel behind the luxury and the lights. And that's precisely why understanding the behind-the-scenes of the job market in Dubai is so revealing. Because here, numbers tell stories. A salary can represent power, but it can also carry the weight of a journey of sacrifice. And what we're about to uncover is more than just numbers. It's the truth about what it really means to live and work in the richest country in the Middle East. Stay with me until the end, because what you'll discover could completely change the way you view Dubai. Between seemingly unrealistic salaries and demanding jobs, there's a profound lesson about value, effort, and opportunity. Today, we'll cross the desert of brilliance to find the reality behind it. Now, I want to delve even deeper into this topic, because understanding how much you earn in Dubai is easy. The hard part is understanding the price you pay for it. When we talk about money and opportunities in Dubai, it's impossible not to think of the stories behind each profession. The driver who drives a million-dollar car, the engineer who came from the other side of the world in search of a better future, the entrepreneur who invested everything to open a business in the middle of the desert. Each of them has a unique journey. And that's what makes this topic so fascinating, because it's not just about salaries, but about dreams, sacrifices, and life-changing decisions. Dubai is a city that evokes extreme emotions. For some, it's the ultimate symbol of achievement. For others, it's a portrait of a system that exacts a heavy toll for every rung on the ladder of success. And perhaps that's why this kind of conversation is so important, because it makes us look beyond appearances and reflect on the true value of things. If this topic resonates with you, if it somehow makes you think about your own relationship with work, success, and the life you want to build, leave your comments below with what has touched you most so far. Your opinion is what makes this channel grow and reach more people who also seek to understand the world beyond the headlines. When you comment, like, and subscribe, you're not just supporting the content, you're helping this message reach those who need to hear it. And perhaps without realizing it, you'll become part of this journey of transformation and knowledge that we're building together. So, if you believe stories like this need to be told, Please like and subscribe to continue following this journey through the real world behind dreams. Because every time you participate, YouTube understands that this type of content makes a difference and helps us continue creating videos that reveal what many prefer to hide. Dubai. The name alone conjures an almost cinematic image. Impeccable streets, cars that look like spaceships, skyscrapers that defy the clouds, and shopping malls so gigantic they seem like cities within cities. For many, it's the stage for perfection, the place where the impossible becomes routine and where luxury is the official language. The world looks at Dubai and sees a golden oasis in the middle of the desert. But the truth, when examined closely, is more complex, more human, and much more revealing. Behind the dazzling glitter lies a contrast that rarely gains the spotlight, and it tells a story that speaks of ambition, inequality, and choices. The popular imagination has created an almost magical image of life in the United Arab Emirates. Videos on social media show young people driving Ferraris, influencers dining in seven-star hotels, and families strolling on artificial islands as if paradise had a specific address, Dubai. It's easy to believe that money simply sprouts from the sand there, that everyone lives amidst gold and glamour. But every time a camera focuses on the top of the Burj Khalifa, it fails to show those at its base, the thousands of workers who build, clean and sustain this gleaming empire with their own hands. Life in Dubai is a precise choreography between extremes. On one side, the global elite, business people, investors, celebrities, and heirs who transform luxury into a lifestyle. On the other, a multitude of immigrants from India, Pakistan, the Philippines, and Egypt, men and women who traded their lands for the promise of prosperity. And this promise often translates into long journeys under the scorching sun and salaries that barely cover basic expenses. Yet they remain, because for many, Dubai is more than a destination, it is a hope. What makes it all even more intriguing is the contrast in mentality. While some live in pursuit of the next luxury car, others are content to send part of their salary to their family on another continent. This coexistence of excess and necessity makes Dubai a living metaphor for the modern world, a mixture of dreams and sacrifice, progress and inequality, technology and human sweat. There's a paradoxical beauty in this. The city that promises the future depends in large part on the hands that still live in the harshest present. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject because there's a hidden truth behind all this glitz, one that few have the courage to share. Dubai's luxury isn't just a showcase, it's a mirror. It reflects our own ambitions, our most intense desires, and even our contradictions. What does it truly mean to live well? Owning a car that costs the price of a house, or being able to sleep soundly knowing that tomorrow won't swallow you? Each gleaming skyscraper is also a reminder that not all success is measured in gold, and not all wealth comes with freedom. This reflection is important because in a world that romanticizes appearance, Dubai has become the ultimate symbol of visual power, an example of how marketing can transform a city into myth. But when the myth dissolves, what remains is the human truth. People with stories, dreams, fears, and bills to pay. And perhaps this is the most impressive thing, the fact that even under a punishing sun and a demanding economy, there are those who continue to believe it's worth trying. Dubai is the stage where hope and ambition dance side by side. Some watch from rooftops, others under the desert sun. But everyone is part of the same story, a story that at its core is about the universal quest for a better life, even if the price of that quest is high. At the top of Dubai, the atmosphere is different, not only because the skyscrapers seem to touch the sky, but also because, symbolically, it's home to an elite group that has transformed the city into one of the most desirable and most competitive destinations on the planet. The top of the pyramid shines like gold, but this shine isn't just for show. It's backed by figures that defy reality. In a metropolis where luxury is standard, there are professions that go beyond success. They're synonymous with power, prestige, and of course, a lot of money. At the top of this list are the CEOs and executive directors of large international corporations. Many of them run billion-dollar conglomerates that deal in oil, tourism, technology, and investment. It's a world where decisions are worth millions, and each meeting can change the course of a country. A CEO in Dubai can easily earn over $50,000 a month, not counting bonuses, benefits, and profit sharing. They live in mansions on the Palm Jumeirah, drive cars that cost the price of a small apartment, and attend events reserved only for the global elite. But more than money, what defines this stratum is power and influence, the kind of status that isn't measured in numbers, but in access. Just below, there is a category of professionals who, although less famous, enjoy equally impressive prestige: private jet and luxury airline pilots. In a country where aviation is a symbol of national pride, these professionals are treated as true ambassadors of the air. An experienced pilot in Dubai can earn between $20,000 and $30,000 per month, including paid housing, transportation, and even annual airfare for the family. They represent a blend of technique and glamour, flying billionaires, politicians, and artists through the skies of the Middle East and beyond. Among the most highly valued are oil and gas engineers, pillars of an economy that, while now seeking diversification, still relies heavily on energy. These professionals are sought after by local and international companies, and their salaries reflect this. Monthly earnings exceeding $20,000, with generous bonuses and benefits that include education for their children and premium health insurance. They are the modern-day heirs to the black gold era, and what they build are not just oil wells, but the foundations of the entire economic system that sustains Dubai and the UAE. Another impressive highlight comes from the healthcare sector. Highly specialized doctors, especially surgeons and professionals in fields such as cardiology and orthopedics, can earn between $15,000 and $25,000 per month. Dubai has become a hub for medical tourism, welcoming patients from around the world seeking cutting-edge treatment combined with the comfort of a five-star resort. Many of these doctors live in gated communities, drive luxury cars, and have routines that balance medicine with the most exclusive lifestyle on the planet. And we can't fail to mention the managers and directors of luxury hotels, the heart of tourism in the UAE. In a place home to some of the world's most expensive hotels, managing one is more than just a job. It's a prestigious title. A general manager in Dubai can earn around $15,000 a month, including an apartment, a driver, and meals at the hotel's own restaurants. For many, it's the pinnacle of a career built amidst elegance, rigorous protocols, and an almost unattainable standard of excellence. But there's something curious about this top of the pyramid. Even among the richest and most privileged, the pressure is intense. High expectations, grueling work hours, and the burden of maintaining a flawless image are all part of the package. It's the invisible price of prosperity, the less talked about side of success. Because in Dubai, as anywhere else in the world, the higher you climb, the stronger the wind blows. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because if the top of the pyramid shines like gold, the base tells a completely different story. A story of resistance, inequality, and dreams that often become the silent fuel of all this greatness. While Dubai's spotlights illuminate luxury, the glitter of towers, and the roar of million-dollar cars, there's another side to the city that tourism rarely shows. Side where gold gives way to dust, and glamour is replaced by the silent journeys of those who carry the weight of someone else's dream on their shoulders. It's the underside of the pyramid, the one that supports everything, but is rarely seen. Behind the gleaming shop windows and impeccably clean streets, there are thousands of workers from India, the Philippines, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. They don't appear in travel photos, but they are the living foundation that keeps Dubai's machinery running. Bricklayers, drivers, cleaners, delivery men, waiters, anonymous faces who wake before sunrise and only rest when the desert falls asleep. Their stories are a stark portrait of the contrast that defines this city. While some earn the equivalent of a luxury car per month, others live on just enough to pay for a shared room and send the rest home to their families. The average salary for many of these workers is around $250 to $400 per month. In a city where coffee in a five-star hotel can Cost $20. It's hard to imagine how anyone can survive on so little, but they do. Most live in shared dormitories, with 8, sometimes 10, people sharing the same space. The hallways are narrow, the air is hot, and the silence is broken only by the sound of conversations in different languages, echoes of distant homes and longings that never cease. These workers came to Dubai seeking something simple: opportunity. Many left impoverished villages and entire families behind, believing that the city of skyscrapers would also be a city of hope. And in a way it is. Even with low wages and difficult conditions, what they managed to send home can mean food on the table, school for their children, and a more dignified future. That's why, even exhausted, they keep smiling. It's a kind of faith that can't be explained, a silent belief that today's sacrifice can blossom into a better tomorrow. Meanwhile, the contrast widens. A few kilometers away, on the same day, a worker braves the 45-degree heat constructing a new tower. Someone enters an air-conditioned mall and spends in minutes what another spent a whole month earning. And yet the city remains in harmony, a fragile balance between abundance and need. Dubai is a spectacle of contrasts, paradise and desert coexisting side by side, hope and exhaustion sharing the same sun. But there's a truth few realize. Without them, none of this would exist. Every glass wall, every illuminated road, every garden amidst the sand bears the sweat of those who came from afar. They are the true builders of the impossible, even if they rarely receive credit for it. They are the invisible foundation of glory. And if we look closely, it is in this silence that the true meaning of greatness lies, not in luxury but in persistence. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because behind this contrast between wealth and sacrifice lies an even greater truth. Dubai isn't just made of gold and concrete, it's made of people, of costly dreams, of time-defying journeys, and of a mindset that believes even the impossible can be achieved. Dubai is a city that enchants, but also challenges. A place where the impossible seems to take shape before our eyes, and at the same time where the truth hides behind facades of glass and gold. Behind the glitz and grandeur lies a cost that doesn't appear in advertisements or postcards, the human cost of the golden dream. And this is where the story shifts, because every light casts a shadow, and Dubai, perhaps more than any other place in the world, lives in this constant contrast between splendor and sacrifice. Imagine a man who crossed oceans to work on a construction site under the scorching sun. He left his wife and children in a distant village, believing Dubai would be the path to a better life. Today he earns little more than $300 a month, sends almost everything home, and lives in a dormitory with dozens of other workers. For him, the city isn't made of skyscrapers, it's more made of effort, sweat, and silence. His name may never appear in a newspaper, but each tower that rises carries a piece of his story. Now imagine the other side of the coin, a businessman who arrived in Dubai with an idea and turned it into an empire. He wakes up to see the sunrise reflected in the Burj Khalifa. He has employees, investments, and access to opportunities the whole world envies. It's the portrait of prosperity, a visionary mindset, and the courage of someone who knew how to seize the right moment. Both live in the same city, under the same sky, but in completely different worlds. This is the duality of Dubai, a stage where dreams come true, but also where many pay dearly for trying. The truth is that Dubai isn't just a place, it's a living metaphor for ambition and limits. Here, those with vision can go far, but those without a voice often remain trapped at the base of this pyramid of brilliance. Immigration laws are strict, contracts can be unforgiving, and the difference in treatment between those who arrive with capital and those with hope is immense. It's a system designed to work, but not always to be fair. And yet, millions continue to come, driven by a single feeling: faith in a new beginning. Behind the scenes of the most futuristic city on the planet, two types of journeys coexist, one of privilege and one of resistance. While some hold meetings in glass skyscrapers, others spend all day in the desert heat, paving the roads of progress. and the curious thing is that both believe they are pursuing the same dream: to win. But what does winning really mean in Dubai? Is it owning a luxury car and an apartment with an ocean view, or is it being able to send money home and know your family is better off than before? This is the question few ask, but it defines the true cost of success. Still, there's something admirable about all of this, because somehow every person, whether a tycoon or a worker, carries within them the same spark of ambition that built this city. Dubai is made of vision, but also of sacrifice. It's made of those who dared to dream big and those who accepted the burden of turning that dream into reality. And perhaps that's what makes it so fascinating. It's a mirror of humanity itself, contradictory, unequal, but full of purpose. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because behind these stories of wealth and renunciation lies something even more powerful: what Dubai really teaches us about ambition, faith, and destiny. Today, Dubai is experiencing a new chapter in its history, an era in which oil is no longer the center of everything, but technology, innovation, and a futuristic mindset. The city that once depended on the hands that built towers now thrives on the minds that design them. Engineers, software developers, artificial intelligence experts, and digital content creators are shaping the future of the Middle East. And most impressively, the pace of transformation seems to accelerate every day, as if time in Dubai were moving faster than anywhere else on the planet. The opportunities are enormous and also selective. Today, those who master technology, engineering, and digital communication literally find gold in the desert. The job market has become a high-performance arena where salaries are proportional to the impact generated. Renewable energy professionals, for example, are among the most sought after, as the government invests heavily in sustainable projects to transform Dubai into one of the greenest cities in the world. At the same time, sectors such as tourism, hospitality, and entertainment remain the beating heart of the economy, keeping alive the essence that attracts millions of visitors each year. But Dubai's visible luxury doesn't exist without an invisible foundation. Behind every five-star experience, hundreds of people work silently to ensure everything runs smoothly. From the driver patiently waiting in front of a hotel to the chef ensuring the perfect meal, every detail is part of a larger ecosystem. And that's precisely where the balance lies, the engine that makes Dubai what it is. Because luxury, however technological and glamorous it may seem, still depends on real people, with stories, dreams, and journeys as complex as the structures they help sustain. This new era has brought not only different jobs, but also a shift in mindset. Working in Dubai today means understanding that success is a combination of discipline, vision, and adaptation. The market is fast-paced, competitive, and demanding. Companies constantly seek innovation, and those who don't reinvent themselves fall behind. It's an environment that rewards big thinkers and punishes stagnation. Therefore, many professionals see Dubai not just as a work destination, but as a school of life, a place where you learn that comfort never comes before growth, and that the greatest rewards require the greatest sacrifices. The hidden truth is that, behind the million-dollar figures and futuristic projects, there's a silent philosophy that underpins everything: the belief in constant progress. In Dubai, the future isn't expected. It's being built every day. Every new smart building, every electric car that glides down the avenues, every international event hosted there, all reinforce a message: the impossible is just a matter of time and decision. But even with all this ambition, the country strives to maintain a sense of humanity. Wellness initiatives, work-life balance programs, and sustainability policies are beginning to gain traction. It's as if Dubai, after reaching the top, is now looking inward, seeking a purpose greater than its own success. This is the true turning point, understanding that the future isn't just technological, but also emotional and social. Now I want to delve even deeper into this subject, because what truly sustains Dubai is not just its innovations or wealth, but the way this city has learned to transform challenges into fuel to continue growing. Dubai is both a mirror and a window. A mirror because it reflects the deepest parts of each person: ambition, desire, discipline, vanity, the search for purpose. and a window because it opens the vision to a world where the impossible seems merely a matter of planning. This city manages to unite extremes, luxury and simplicity, faith and technology, tradition and modernity. But behind the glitter of the buildings and the speed of the sports cars, there's a silent question lingering in the air. How far would you go to achieve your own dream? What makes Dubai fascinating are not only its records, but the stories that coexist within it. It's the jet pilot who crosses continents and earns astronomical salaries, living alongside the worker who sleeps in shared dorms and dreams of sending more money home. It's the foreign businesswoman who builds digital empires, while the Indian worker wakes before the sun to build the skyscrapers she admires. This is the duality that defines the heart of the city, a mix of glory and sacrifice, of opportunity and inequality. And amidst it all, a truth reveals itself. Money can buy comfort, but never meaning. Every street, every shopping mall, every illuminated corner of Dubai holds a lesson about human nature. It shows how capable humans are of transforming a desert into paradise, but also how costly this achievement can be. There's something deeply symbolic in seeing a city built on sand, a reminder that everything that seems solid can one day crumble if not built with purpose. And perhaps that's precisely why Dubai inspires and frightens at the same time, because it's not just about wealth, it's about vision, courage, and the eternal quest for more. The city makes you question what success truly means. Is it having the highest salary, the most expensive car, the most desirable address, or is it being able to live lightly, with purpose, with a balance between ambition and peace? Dubai confronts you with these questions without you having to say a word. It shows you the brilliance of achievements, but also the shadows that come with them. And ultimately, that's what makes it so human, because behind every futuristic building, there are still people of flesh and blood and dreams. This story isn't just about the economy or employment, it's about mindset, decisions, and the invisible price we all pay when we choose to pursue something great. In Dubai, everything is fast-paced, progress, money, dreams, but perhaps the biggest challenge isn't keeping up with the city's pace, but rather not losing one's own essence amidst all the glitter. Now I want to delve even deeper into this topic, because deep down, Dubai isn't a destination. It's a mirror. It reflects what you seek, what you fear, and what you're willing to do to change your own story. If you've made it this far, it's because something in this story touched you, perhaps the strength of those who make the impossible a reality, or perhaps the way Dubai reflects the choices we all make when we decide to grow. And that's why I want to thank you for sticking around until the end, for sharing this moment of reflection with me. This kind of content only makes sense because there are people like you on the other side, curious, open, and willing to see the world beyond appearances. If this journey made you think differently, leave a like. It's quick, but it makes a huge difference to me and helps the channel continue, bringing stories that inspire, inform, and transform. And be sure to subscribe, because here we don't just talk about places, but also about visions, mindsets, and the hidden truths behind what the world calls success. Oh, and tell me in the comments, right, I'm with you until the end. That way I'll know you're part of this community that seeks more than answers. It seeks meaning. And if you want to continue this journey with me, there's a video right here that complements this topic. Click and come along, because understanding the world is also a way of understanding yourself.